Hi, pre-show. How are you? I'm pretty sure I wore this sweatshirt in our last episode.
Lizzie McGuire, you were an repeater.
Well, Edie's what Edie's. Yeah, did you grab those White Claws out of the fridge too? I thought you had like a White Claw or two left in there.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So, I mean, you can either leave them there and then you just have them here next time you're over, or you can take them. Those Truly punches were good. I'd buy those again. So what, this is going to go up on Thursday this week. This past weekend, we had a very fun, girly-filled weekend. It just felt like a summery weekend, you know? Because we did, like, outdoor activities, and we were just, like, hanging out, which we don't get to... Like, we hang out a lot, but, like, we don't get to hang out with some of our other friends a lot, so it was nice to have.
Like, when we hang out, the majority of the time, we're, like, doing the pod or something business-related, or we're watching The Bachelor.
Yeah. It was just a fun weekend. Oh, I don't have sunglasses.
I wonder if I should just get on Tinder again. Also, we watched Breaking Dawn Part 2 today. That was fun.
Great.
The girlies needed it.
Yeah. It was nice to just, like, kind of wake up a bit for the day. I mean, I'm still very tired and it didn't do much. But it was a good way to start the day and eat our yummy breakfast.
Overall, 10 out of 10 weekend. So much fun.
The tubing was great.
Yeah.
Although I'm very burned. Or not very burned, but it definitely hurts. I just showered and my body hurt a bit. Got like my thighs and my legs and my feet and stuff. And my boobs.
My stomach was peeling so bad last night at the bars. It was like... Ugh.
I can't believe that yours peels that fast. Yeah. That's what's crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't know. And I put a lot of sunblock on too, so...
Yeah. But anyways, that's all the pre-show content I have.
Yeah, so. We'll get into the kissing booth. Stay tuned for this hot mess episode.
Yep.
Even more hot mess than usual.
Buckle up, because it's going to be a long ride. It's going to be a wild ride. Nobody cares, but we're going to tell you anyways. This is Popcorn Chats. Why do I have to intro this tragic-ass episode? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Popcorn Chats. I'm McKay.
And I'm Katie.
And we are back with the most garbage rat movie there ever has been. The Kissing Booth 3. You know it. You love it, people. The Cringe Series is back. It's one of Katie and I's favorites in the sense of it's fun episodes to record because we can really just be mean and petty and point out garbage movies. But also you guys love the Kissing Booth episodes. Some of our best performing episodes we have on the pod.
I just think we're all culturally aware that this is straight trash.
I hope so. If you
I don't think people like these. They like to hate them.
Yeah, if there's someone who legitimately likes this, that's over the age of 12, reevaluate. I mean, no shade, no tea to whatever you want to like, but just don't like this.
I don't even know what to say. That my thing has a hole in it.
Oh no, that's a weird spot for a hole.
What the hell? My biceps are too big.
Your biceps down here.
Yeah, on my elbow. Well, yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're kind of low energy today, but don't worry, we're still gonna bring the energy of the roast of Joey King that y'all are here for. Check in first.
I'm good. As we talked about in our pre-show, we had a very fun weekend with some friends and went tubing on a lake. Or not, is it like tubing? You float.
It's a river.
You literally float. Whatever. It's a body of water.
With a current, which I would say is a river.
A lake has a current.
But not a consistent. What up fucking ever. It was a river.
It was a body of water.
It's literally called Sugar River.
Okay, that we tubed on, which means you just literally float in a tube and drink. And it was a fun time.
I was our motor pretty much the entire time. We kept getting stuck on large boulders.
Yeah.
And I would have to get out of my tube.
I only put in work at the end because it had went so long that I knew my kittens were at home waiting for their dinner. And I was like, Mama's coming. I got to get going. And then I got home last night from the bars. And what did they do to show their appreciation to me? They broke one of my dinner plates. So
13th reason.
13th fucking reason. This movie was a 13th reason.
Oh my god.
So
This was reason 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
it was all the reasons.
Joey King, welcome to your tape.
Honestly. Look at this pure picture my mom just sent me. My dad just got home from Indiana.
I can't fucking see anything.
Oh, sorry.
My eyes are... I think I have
Look at
cataracts.
that.
Who
I'm
is
sorry.
that? Is
That's
that
my
Nala?
dad and Nala.
She's
She's
floofy.
She's so excited that my dad's home. I'm hungover though today. I just feel very dehydrated and I didn't really get to rest at all today. So I'm just kind of on my last straw, but it's fine. And I have a busy week ahead, which is not fun to think about, but whatever. It is what it fucking is.
Drank all day yesterday and then we went out to the bars last night until like 1 a.m. So
Yeah. And the night before we stayed up late too. So I feel like my sleep schedule in particular is like really gonna be fucked for tomorrow.
decisions were made and now we have to live with the consequences, but it's totally fine.
But it's fine. Katie, how are you?
I'm good. I'm riding high because our Fear Street video live reaction on YouTube is doing really well. Thank you guys for the support on that. I'm currently working on editing the second one. I'm sure it will be out by the time this podcast episode is out. I hope it is out by the time you guys are listening to this. And yeah, I had a great weekend with the girlies. Great summer weekend. I don't know, struck out at the bar. Black tank top if you're listening. Tragic. I think what was her name? Drew?
Yes.
Whatever. If you're listening, that was me flirting with you. And I'm sorry it wasn't very obvious because I don't know what to do. Abby said I need to take dance lessons, which is probably true. I suck at dancing and just overall interacting with people.
Yeah.
No.
We should do that together because I can't dance either or
Yeah.
interact with people.
Yeah, we should take like
We've gotten too
social skills
comfortable
class.
with just interacting with each other that
Yep.
now when we're forced to interact with others, it's like,
That's
meh.
really true because Michaela and I will like go to parties to like branch out or like interact with other people, and it literally ends up being just the two of us in a corner like making each other laugh, and people are just like we'll just be talking about shit that no one knows
Yeah.
what we're saying because we like speak in a different language, because when you're best friends that's just what you do, and
Yeah.
it's really tragic because it's like we are getting to the point where we have no friends besides each other. Words can't describe how much like I don't want to even talk about this right now.
Yeah, Katie and I took zero notes during the movie. But there were just no notes needed to be made during it. It was just meant to suffer. And we talked about yesterday with our friends, we were like, if you wanted to torture information out of someone, make them watch this on repeat. I'd break so quick. You want a nuclear code out of me? Make me watch The Kissing Booth 3 and I'll hand it over. No qualms.
You're so right. Like there is only pain and suffering to be had out of this movie. Like it's not even, that's the thing with the Cringe series. It's like the stuff that we do in this series, it's fun to watch because it's like fun cringy, but I wouldn't even classify this as fun cringy. Like
No.
I will never be watching this film again because it
agree.
is the worst film I've ever seen in my entire life. Radio Rebel included in that. I would 1000% choose Radio Rebel over this. I know in the Radio Rebel episode I said Kissing Booth is a better film. That does not apply to Kissing Booth 3. I retract that statement. Thank
Well,
you.
I'd still say Kissing Booth 1 and even 2 I'd watch over Radio Rebel, but
Yes.
I think I might pick Radio Rebel over Kissing Booth 3. You're so right that this isn't even like the fun kind of cringe. Like we almost didn't even make it through the full movie.
I would turn to Michaela. I was like, do we actually have to do an episode on this? Because I don't think you guys know we're already mentally not super stable. And this literally just like sent me to the edge of the coals.
Yeah. Yep.
Our friend who we watched the movie with, Olivia Lilas, she made a really good point that I would just like to bring up now. Who is the target demographic for these films?
Pick a lane. Pick one. Okay, should we break it down?
Yeah.
So first of all, the fact that this started out on Wattpad, then published books, then the movies, probably should have been the red flag from there. I mean, same goes for After. This is not an After episode, but it's kind of like, maybe with these two going side by side, maybe now in the future we can be like, maybe let's like question this.
Yeah.
So you have this like very YA style of filming, like the CGI backgrounds, the kids' bucket list of like the blanket fort and the clothing and the colors and the Mario Kart go-karting. It's all very like child oriented. But then
those gimmicks are like enjoyable for kids. It's like a
Yes.
Disney Channel original movie.
yes. But then you're making them like making decisions about college and dealing with first love and like best friend fights and stuff, which is very like teenage coming of age kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So then you have that. But then you want to have them making dirty jokes, like about making a naughty video with your boyfriend. Hi, Dorian. Like having sex and talking about that.
Yeah, like
which is very
legitimate sex scenes.
Yeah, which is very like new adult 18 plus.
Right.
So pick a fucking lane. Do you want to be a kids movie? Do you want to be a YA movie? Or do you want to be like an adult movie?
Yeah.
They can't choose.
Like if The Kissing Booth was like a Disney Channel original movie, it would make so much sense. But then, because you feel like you're literally watching like a movie that is made for children, where it's like you could just shrug it off because it's like, yeah, a kid would find that joke funny. But that's what just makes this the ultimate cringe, is because it's like, I think it's definitely targeted at like our generation, or like
I'd say maybe a little, like 18
younger.
to 24. So like we're probably at the top of the range. I'd say like 18 to 24 is probably target range.
Right. It's just awkward because these characters are so childlike. Like Lee and Elle seem like they just walked out of a fucking Disney movie or like a Nickelodeon show where they're just like doing all these gimmicks, but then to see them like having sex, it's off-putting. It's uncomfortable. It's strange. It's literally like if there were a sex scene in a random Hannah Montana episode. Mm-hmm. It'd just be weird.
Yeah. And all of the characters are so immature. Yeah. Like, I get it that they're teenagers, but it's to the point where it's like you're giving teenagers a bad rap.
Yeah.
Because you really think that they can't think more logically in anything.
Teenagers are immature, and like at this time in your life you are making decisions that you might like look back on and be like, damn, that wasn't necessarily the best choice or the best like way to react to that situation or whatever. But again, with like just this female protagonist that in the real world would absolutely not live this life. Like she's got Harvard and Berkeley calling her.
That's not how it works.
Hello, are you coming to our school? It's like, in what goddamn world? Like she would have had to fucking launch a fucking rocket that started life on Mars for them to be doing that.
Yep.
Like, there's no goddamn way.
She's not capable of that. She can't even carry a tray in a restaurant.
Exactly. The bitch is falling every 5 seconds. She's always fucking up her friendships. There's
At least
no
she kept her clothes on in this one.
Yeah.
They didn't make her take her shirt off a lot.
Appreciate that. First of all, that's literally not how college works, especially at an Ivy League school. If you're not like, yeah, I'm coming, they'll be like, thank you, next. Literally don't give a fuck. Also, just the fact that all of these hot ass dudes are like tripping over this shy, like she looks like a kid. Not cute. Joey King, I'm sorry, like we don't like to comment on people's looks on here, but it's just like I can't do it. Like she is, say what you want to say, the sleep paralysis.
There were so many moments I turned to Katie and Olivia during this movie, and I was like, that version of Joey King right there is my sleep paralysis demon.
Wait, it was
and it kept evolving. And the one that really did me in, the one that made me question if I wanted to even be on this earth still, was when she walked out as Mario. Oh my god. No. I thought her hair couldn't get any worse. I thought it couldn't get any worse from Gypsy Rose. But they just proved me wrong when they put a black curly pixie cut wig on her. I was like, oh my god, shave her head.
and then when the mustache is gone and her and Nate are fighting, or Noah are fighting,
I'm like, how are you taking her seriously?
And she's in this fucking fat suit and she's just like, it's horrible. And even their other fight at the Hollywood sign, like she's just ugly crying and it's like, girl, get out of here. And then her like mature look at the end too, where she has that like pixie, her normal black haircut. Pixie cut. It's like, no.
Joey, I hope you are a nice person, and really, like, I don't I don't want to send any ill will towards you, but I do not ever want to see you on my TV screen ever again. Like, it will never be too soon. I just
processing our Joey King trauma.
We have. And then I am rewatching Survivor as I do, which is my one sanity, my safe place, my haven, my happiness, my endorphins. And I'm rewatching season 23, South Pacific, and I'm watching the reunion show. And what do you fucking know? They pan to the audience for a little kid that has a question. Do you know who that little kid is? Fucking Joey King. Oh my god. I Snapchatted Katie and I'm like, she's invading my safe space and I feel attacked. I feel attacked. Joey, that was a threat. That was a threat. That was a declaration of war.
Oh my god.
And she looks so dweebish there too. I'm like, you don't even look like you've grown up since then. And that was like 10 years ago.
We're not one to talk, like, y'all know. We know that we're not, like, the baddest bitches in the game, okay?
Oh,
and we don't like to come...
Fucking... Do you see me right now?
Yeah,
do you see me even when I'm like, I think I look good? No.
My eyes don't even work.
Her eyes were cut off. Her legs were cut off. So yeah, it's like we are coming at this not from a place of saying that we are the hottest shit and that we are like hotter than Joey King. But all I'm saying is that I really don't think Jacob Elordi's fine ass. I mean, even in real life he was, which I'm so confused. Like, Jacob were you under threat?
Were you
under contract?
He was
I
possessed.
bet that was, you know what I bet that was? I bet that was a promo relationship. 100%.
Yeah, maybe he was.
And then Marco's fine ass. You know who rocked the shit out of that Mario look was him dressed up as Wario. Because he's hot enough to pull it off and make it look good. And I think that's what they were trying to do. And even Lee kind of rocked it in the Peach outfit. I was kind of like, you know what, that's kind of funny. That's kind of fitting to his character. But Joey King as Mario, no. She should have walked into wardrobe that day, saw that, and been like, you are actually trying to get me hate crimed. That's not what a hate crime is. Well, I hated it.
And it was a crime.
Okay, sleep paralysis demon. Check.
That's so fucking funny. We can move on from Joey King, but if you're listening, or if any representatives of Joey King or anybody who's a part of her team is listening,
come on the pod. So yeah, also her wig has not gotten any less tragic.
Obviously, she is our standout cringe star, but I think we can maybe choose somebody else. Since you guys know it's obviously her, do you have somebody else?
I'd go with Lee then, because I
too.
just really don't fuck with him either. I think he's the male equivalent to Joey King. I don't even know what his name is. I can't be bothered to ever know his name. But sir, again, I never want to see you on another one of my screens. Mm-hmm. His character is atrocious. His acting is bad. I think, like, as immature and as much as Elle bugs me, he is the biggest fucking baby, the biggest pick-me boy I've ever met. And he literally annoys me more than Elle does. Because at least Elle, I'm like, at least you kind of show, like, some sense of being like, I'm sorry, you know, when she has to run off to go to this fucking flash mob with him, which that we'll get into. That at least she, like, had the gall to, like, know that she messed up with Noah, you know? Where he just turns into such a little bitch boy when his friend doesn't want to go to school at the same school that he's going to. Like, why does that matter to you so much? Like, people have to make their own decisions.
Also, him getting so mad at her when she, like, forgets to do bucket list things, it's like, are you literally 12? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know a single person that would, like, be like that over a stupid-ass bucket list that you made as kids that you found.
Yep. It's just all stupid. Would he be yours as well?
Yeah, he's so toxic. If you have a friend like that, cut it, honey.
Yeah.
I feel like the film is trying to make this look like a desirable friendship and a desirable relationship to be in, too. It's not. Like, this is a horrid friendship to be in. 1,000%. I feel sorry for Rachel. The fact that they get married at the end of this, trash.
They got married?
Yeah, they were engaged.
I do not remember. Oh, they were. They were talking about a wedding. Yes,
we were checked out by the end of that.
I maybe took like a 10-minute snooze in the middle of this.
Oh, yeah, she did. I took a 10-minute cry when we paused it because we thought that it was almost over because it seemed like the climax and we were expecting it to be like 20 minutes left. We pause and there is no fucking lie, girlies, an hour left of the film. And I genuinely cried tears.
It was so bad. Katie literally was like, can we please turn it off? And I'm like, no, we got to do it for the pod. We got to do it for all of you. And we did, but we hated it.
You should have filmed me crying because we could have used that as promo for this episode. But
oh my God,
like,
I should have.
Tears were streaming down my face. I am a film watcher. Like, I will watch any and every film, but like, words cannot express how god fucking awful this shit was.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't seen this, don't.
There was not a single redeemable quality.
No.
Like, at least, even how we have talked in some of our other cringe movies, like 50 Shades, like we've talked about how like cringy, but in the best way.
Yeah.
Like those are enjoyable to watch. Even like after another like cringe movie, kind of like falls into this category of like Wattpad turned published book turned movie. At least that understood the assignment. I was talking to Katie and Olivia about that, and I'm like, at least that one knows that it's like people come here to see toxic, bad relationships, fun college shit, and sex. And they deliver. This, it's like, I don't know what you're trying to deliver. And it does. And you can tell it doesn't work.
No.
And you're not giving the people what they want.
No.
Because I literally don't want to see Joey King engaged in any sort of activity. I just said these lists are so stupid. All of their like, be happy for your bestie successes. I feel like that doesn't need to be a rule. I'm pretty sure we touched on that in other episodes. If you have to make a rule about being happy for your friend, you're a bad friend.
Mm-hmm.
All of these characters can fuck off. Every single one of them, except for Chloe.
Yeah.
Exception. Her and Noah should have been together.
Yeah.
But even she is too good for him.
Yeah.
But like, if we really want to see a couple together, and that makes sense and are in each other's leagues, Noah and Chloe.
Absolutely. And you know they hooked up too after him and Elle broke up.
1,000%. I want to see that.
Yeah, I want to see a spin-off of that. If there's
Yes.
any Kissing Booth content made after this, I need that.
Yeah. And I would have loved for them to have shown up at the end when he's in his suit. First of all, the styling. The styling in that last scene, again, hate crime. She is wearing like a blazer that doesn't even go down, like doesn't even touch the bottom of her jeans. Or the like top of her jeans. It's so oddly cropped and like angled weird. We're not gonna even touch on the hair. And then he is wearing a navy suit, but like not a good shade of navy, a navy shirt, again, a different shade of navy, but not a nice shade of navy, and then some like old man navy tie. It doesn't go together. His hair was horrible in this movie. I'm like, give me the toxic Nate Jacob look, not whatever this garbage rat is. And in that final scene, I would have loved for him and Chloe to show up together. She's got a giant fucking rock on her finger, and they have a baby that he's like got propped up on her hip. And he's like, fuck off, Joey.
Exactly. Like the fact that he made her that nice ass dinner and she was like, I gotta go. It's like, why the fuck would you leave for Lee's crusty ass? Like, I'm so sorry, but if a man did that for me, I'd be like, Michaela, I'm so fucking sorry, but he hung lights from trees.
Yeah, and I would be like, no problem.
Like, I will be getting dick down tonight, and I hope you understand. And I know that you would.
Yes, and when there's like 100 people in a flash mob with you, you missing one person is not gonna do that much.
And also, why the fuck would you want to do that? Like, that is so embarrassing.
So, Katie, I want to know what your breaking point was in this film. Besides when we saw that we had an hour left.
Yeah. Cleaning up their childhood playroom and getting distracted and playing, like, Hungry Hungry Hippos. Just the weird gaudiness of all that. Again, it's just like moments like that paired with them making a sex tape. Like, it doesn't go together. The writing just, it broke me down. Mm-hmm. What about you?
It was the flash mob for me. Because there were two other moments leading up to that. The skydiving CGI actually made me want to gouge my eyes out. It looked like someone's mom did it, that they were like, oh shit, Sherry's on set today. My mom needs something to do because she's bored and going through a divorce. Can she please have a role in this film so she feels important for once? So they're like, let Sherry do the CGI. Are you okay? So they're like, let Sherry do the CGI on the skydiving. And then when they saw the final product, the person's child was like, my mom will literally kill herself if she doesn't get her CGI in this movie. So they're like, we gotta do it for Sherry. So that was close. But then it was the flash mob. That was where I really was just like, are we back in 2010 with the flash mobs and just them in general? I'm like, you are in a swanky ass restaurant. If I was in there eating my $50 steak that I don't even like, pinned up in some fucking Spanx so that I look nice in this restaurant. And if you come in here, Joey King, with your looking ass, if you come in here with a boombox underneath the table and get up and start dancing around and prancing and getting thrown in the air and smiling and cheering, I will literally take a steak knife and ram it through your hand because I am just not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with it, Joey King. This is not an active threat.
Also, how did, like, the host stand, like, when all these weird-ass teenagers come in dressed up? Like, how would you not be like, no?
No.
Because you know something's up. It's not prom night. Like, y'all aren't coming in here for dinner. You don't have a reservation.
They're not going to tip you.
Yeah, it's like, can you guys even afford this place? I would, if I were a host at that fancy of a restaurant, like, I would just say, no. Guys, sorry. No.
And then all the patrons clap at the end?
No.
No. None of them would. Because, you know, they're probably all stuck-up people in there anyways. They're not going to be entertained by a teenager's flash mob.
Also, the song choice died. That song is so fucking overplayed. It was overplayed in 2015.
Yeah.
Please, I never want to hear Walk the Moon again.
No.
Walk the Moon, canceled for being in this film. That was my breaking point with that music group.
This is just a hate episode on anything involved with these films. Except Chloe.
And Jacob Elordi, you get a pass.
Jacob Elordi, you get a pass because I can tell that you're miserable and it looks like they are literally behind the scenes with your contract and they're just holding up and being like, we will sue you if you don't deliver this fucking line.
Yeah. At least they didn't really end up together though. Like they didn't end up together.
I like that. I'm gonna go with that they didn't. That they like hung out once and he was like, wow, I really can do better. And then goes to Chloe and then Chloe's like, sorry, I'm with someone else. And then her and Marco are actually together.
Love that. Love that story.
Better. How did these get so bad so quick? Because the first one is not good by any means, but it also like just kind of all worked together in a sense where it felt consistent. It didn't feel like super childish like this one did. It felt more of like a YA heading into like a little over like 18 plus kind of territory with it.
With like goofy characters.
Yeah, it was goofy, it was kind of campy, but it all just kind of worked together. And I think that like overall the tone of it was like pretty consistent.
Yeah.
And then 2 was where it was kind of like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
And then this one was just straight up trash.
Yeah, there's no other way to put it.
Also, Katie talked in the movie, why is the man that sexually assaults Elle at the beginning of this always around?
Yeah.
Always hanging out.
Yeah, and then her like slapping his ass at the end, it's like making fun of that. It's not a good look.
That's not funny.
Like I wouldn't be like, ha ha. If somebody did that to me in school, I wouldn't be like, now I get you back. Like,
yeah.
No. And also, it's equally problematic. Like, you're literally just being like, well, it's fine if a girl does it.
Yeah.
It's not. Don't touch somebody without their consent.
Yeah, like we joke on here not even ever about that, but it's like we joke about like how we think this is like an act of violence, but it's like this is actually like why the fuck do you need to put that in the movie?
Not a cute detail. And yeah, he's just always there, always in the background. It's like, why was he needed?
Yeah. Oh my god. And then some of the stuff that they did with Noah, like turn Noah into an ice cream sundae.
I would break up. I'd be like, this is so dumb.
Yeah.
It's literally like, we have this whole beach house to ourselves this summer and you are throwing ice cream on me.
Yeah. Like if
Stop it.
If I had a beach house with my boyfriend for a whole summer,
I mean,
there would be none of that.
No.
There would be fun things, but
fun
not
only. Drugs, alcohol, pool, every day, tanning, sexual acts, nice dinners. Parties.
Yeah. Actually going to that nice restaurant for once.
Yeah, going to
minus
the
flash mob. And even like skydiving, cliff jumping, some of that is fun, but they just make it look so stupid.
Maybe like one water gun fight. It's like the most childish thing we're gonna do. But you're in high school. Like also at that age, you want to be an adult. Like you're ready. I mean, I remember us, like, the summer before we left for college, we were just trying to do as many fun things. Like, I get the whole bucket list thing.
I did,
but the stuff they're doing is so childish. I would never fucking waste my time throwing ice cream on my boyfriend before we're about to go off to college.
On licking it off.
Right. It's horrid. It is. I'm sure we've asked this before in one of, like, the Kissing Booth episodes, but do you have any, like, bucket list items that you want to check off soon?
Soon?
Yeah.
I don't know about soon. And I don't really think I have, like, a bucket list in general.
Well, I want to get a dog, and I want to get 3 tattoos, and I want to play the drums. I'm going to take drum lessons.
That's all good stuff.
Yeah, that's like my near future bucket list, and then obviously a move to LA is like top priority.
Is that like a bucket list thing though, or is that just like a
That's just a plan, yeah, that's a plan.
Nope, sorry, I'm boring.
Make out with somebody.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
attempted for many parties last night, and the only person who achieved is our friend who has a boyfriend, so.
Who is with us, so. Tragic.
Black tank top, Stephanie.
I didn't even see a single man last night that I would have even wanted to talk to.
Well, we were at a gay bar.
But even at the other places,
yeah.
I was looking. Also, I think it's because, too, like, I'm not just, like, I'm very much, like, a personality and vibe type person.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't just, like, I don't look at someone and just instantly be like, I want to have sex with you.
Right.
Like, I have to talk to you and, like, feel you out. I'm sure we've done Kill, Fuck, Marries, but maybe we should do another one.
Sure. Marco, Nate, Lee.
Sure.
By Nate, I mean Noah. You guys know this.
Yes. I did not even think twice when you said that. I was like, yep.
I would marry Noah. I would kill Lee, and I would fuck Marco.
I think I would marry Marco, I would fuck Noah, and I would kill Lee. I mean, Lee is the resounding kill.
Obviously.
Also, where do the kids get off talking to their parents like they have a say in whether or not their house gets sold?
Yeah, and then Molly Ringwald being like, you know what? I'm not going to sell it. It's like,
yeah.
They're like these old homes. It's literally like the most modern home I've ever seen in my entire life.
These are rich people who are so like unaware of their wealth. It, like in 50 Shades, how we talked about like how they're so rich, but it's like fun because it's like they know that they're rich and they're like, yeah, this is fucking excessive. Where these people are like, oh, what, this old thing?
Yeah, no.
Bitch.
The fact that she has her own room at their house too is just like, what?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, and she was such a bitch to the lady, her mom, or to the lady who was dating her dad.
Yeah, and that was never resolved. She never was like, sorry.
Like the whole thing with the Monopoly piece.
Oh my god, the white terrier, that's normally my piece. Or the Scotty. Again, you're so immature. The fact that you're like, you're not my mom. It's like, that's, again, something that like a Disney Channel character would have a meltdown over. But if you're like a mature adult about to go off to school, I'm pretty sure you just want your father to be happy.
Yup.
I mean, you guys know. I hope we delivered with this episode, but like, we don't want to just continue going on ranting because you guys know our feelings. And once again, I will say, if you haven't seen this, don't bother.
Next cringe episode will probably be after 3. I think that's probably the next new one that's coming out that we'll have.
And I can't fucking wait because that is leaps and bounds better than this. And I already know, and I haven't even seen it yet.
Well, and so that's why I don't really feel bad about just completely shitting on this one, because I feel like the whole point of the Cringe series is not to just like hate on things. Where like y'all know, if you've listened to our other 2 after episodes, I'm like kind of an advocate.
Yeah.
So
and same with our 50 Shades episode. Like we both enjoy those movies.
Yeah, it's just like this one in particular was just so bad. Mm-hmm. So it's not like we just sit on here all the time and just hate on things. But this was a hate episode.
Yep, 1000% negative.
Yeah,
completely negative, directed at Joey King and all involved in the making of this film. Well, next week we're covering 9 Perfect Strangers, right?
The first episode.
Great. Can't wait to talk about something actually good. Stay safe, stay well.
Check out our Fear Street videos.
Yep, go subscribe to us on YouTube. We do a exclusive visual only pre-show there with these episodes. So if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you should go to YouTube and catch that pre-show while you're there. Subscribe and watch the Fear Street videos because they're a good fucking time. Also follow Michaela and I on all of our social medias. They're linked in the description of this episode, especially TikTok. We are the most active on there at Popcorn Chats Pod. You can see funny clips from all of our episodes and more. Get into it.
Get into it.
Thank you guys so much for listening, and we lilas.
Except for you, Joey King.
Yep.